It's summertime in Savannah.
So Bobby and I are gonna make a few of our summertime favorites. We're starting off with Creole shrimp tarts.
You're gonna love that.
And then we're gonna move on to a super-sized blackened tilapia sandwich with a cilantro-lime mayo. And we make a dream come true for two aspiring bakers when we whip up a vanilla pound cake with a black cherry sauce.
Group hug. Why don't we do some summery type dishes today and share with our friends out there?
Why don't we do shrimp Creole tarts? Since it's summertime and the shrimp are everywhere here in Savannah.
Yes,
I think this is an appropriate dish. What do you think?
Michael goes off our dock and he always comes up with shrimp when he casts off our dock. And there's nothing like a wild Georgia shrimp. So,
especially when you can get them right out of your backyard.
Yes.
I'm going to start out with some celery here, some smashed garlic, and some bell pepper. We're going to have to mince everything up really small because you see they're going to end up in these little phyllo cups.
I'll man your onion over here for you.
We're going to saute it all together.
Yeah, I've got some butter here that we're going to saute it in, and then I'm going to sprinkle about a tablespoon of flour over that. And that's going to help thicken it up because, you know, you don't want it thin or it'll run out of our little cups.
I'm going to go ahead and get the garlic in the pan, okay?
Okay. All right. And I like the looks of this onion, so it's ready when you're ready.
We need a little bit of butter. I'm way ahead of you, Mom. I've got...
Well, the butter's coming, don't you fear.
But not before I get these onions in.
All right, this is Creole, so we've got...
Put about 2 tablespoons of butter in there.
Some of the usual suspects going with our pepper and our garlic. We've got a little Creole seasoning that we're going to add, Mom.
Now, I'm going to chop up a couple of tablespoons of parsley.
That Trinity, you know, that they use in every dish that comes out of Louisiana.
And again, we got to get this stuff minced up really, really fine because we're going into real small phyllo cups.
Yeah, because it's got to fit in those cups. Now I'm going to sprinkle a teaspoon of Cajun seasoning.
Here comes some peppers.
Okie doke. Great. Smelling good.
Got about maybe a dozen, maybe 21, 25
It's
count
like
shrimp
a half
right
a
here.
pound.
What do you think? And I'm going to remove these tails and I'm going to dice these shrimp up pretty small too.
And down here, Bobby, I've got the topping, and I've already got it made, y'all, but you can go to foodnetwork.com and find out about this. Once we get everything in here, I'm gonna add 3/4 of a cup of heavy cream and about 1.5 ounces of cream cheese. So I'm gonna go ahead and measure out my cream. There we go.
Yeah, and Mom said I'm not exactly going to dice these. I'm cutting them into just, you know, maybe getting 5 or 6 pieces out of each shrimp.
Here, Sonny boy, I will help you by taking some of these shrimp because I don't want our veggies to get like soggy. So in we go with our shrimps. We're gonna cook that for a second. How does it smell?
It smells great. Now this is only gonna take us a couple of minutes to get this ready.
And so now I'm just gonna sprinkle our vegetables with 1 tablespoon of flour, and that's gonna thicken this up. And stir them around. Yum. But you know what's gonna kick it into next week? My cream cheese. Now, it says 1.5 ounces. But you know, I think when it comes to something like that, my 1.5 ounces can be anything I want it.
Might be that whole 8-ounce block.
So how does 3 sound to you?
Sounds good to me. Won't be the first time we've modified for the better.
Okie dokie. All right. As that cream cheese starts to melt. And then goes our heavy cream, 3/4 of a cup.
It looks and smells delicious.
I just say. So we're just gonna constantly stir that until it's nice and thick.
Maybe 5 minutes.
And I'm gonna have to taste just a little bit.
Maybe a little. It's pretty tasty. It's really tasty. I think that's ready, Mom, for us to put in our phyllo cups. Is it good?
It's out of this world. So what we want to do, y'all, is just fill up our cups. So Bobby, I'm gonna get our breadcrumbs. It's basically just plain breadcrumbs, parsley, a little butter, and a little Creole seasoning to carry that flavoring on through.
It's a simple topping.
Yes, we're just gonna sprinkle that on top, just like that, Bobby.
So into the oven now, 400 degrees for about 15, maybe 20 minutes. Right.
Okay,
We'll
Sonny
put
boy.
these
These look teetotally like the
Perfect.
bomb. Yes.
Coming up next, it's time we taste that tart.
You need a plate for these?
No.
And then we grill up blackened tilapia sandwiches. And later, we make one of my favorite desserts, a vanilla pound cake with a black cherry sauce. I so hope y'all are enjoying the show. And if you do, be sure to click like, subscribe, and the notification bell so you'll never miss a video. And we'll be right back after the break.
The shrimp Creole tarts are ready.
Yum.
Out the
Yum.
and they smell fantastic, Mama.
Oh, don't they smell delicious, son?
Ooh, it's
You want to
hot,
take
hot.
up? Just set them right down there, son. All you really wanted to do was just kind of get your breadcrumbs to a golden brown.
That's right, they were
And
cooked.
that's exactly what we've done.
You need a plate for these?
No. No.
You're gonna love that. I'm not talking to you, you're gonna love it.
Incredible, Bobby. Well, let's get
That's
on with
great.
our tilapia sandwiches. These are gonna be so quick, so easy, and so wonderful, y'all. Bobby, I'm gonna be mixing up the ingredients for our blackening seasoning. I'm just gonna spray our grill,
Okay.
because we don't want our fish
I'll tell you what I'll do.
sticking.
Before I make the cilantro mayo, I'm gonna go ahead and butter these fish.
All right,
Yes,
now,
I did say I'm gonna butter these fish.
now I'm gonna make up a dry rub for these, and I'm gonna use 2 tablespoons of ground thyme. I'm gonna use 2 teaspoons of onion powder and 1 teaspoon of garlic powder. And for a little bite, I'm gonna use 1/4 of a teaspoon of ground red pepper. So there we go. And I'm just gonna toss that all around. Okay, that's mixed up pretty good. Now, I'm gonna add 1/4 of a cup of paprika. And that's a nice blackening season that we've got going on.
And I've got this fish butter.
Okay.
Are you ready for it?
I am so ready, son.
All right.
I've got some wonderful fresh rolls here. And I'm just gonna butter them because I'm gonna stick these on our grill. All right, now Bobby has passed me his buttered fish. I'm just gonna dredge it in our blackening. All right, Bobby. I wanna make sure that our blackening does not stick. I'm gonna put just a little olive oil.
I love tilapia because it's so mild, and I've said it a million times when I'm with you, but it's so easy to cook, and it's such a nice, mild flavor.
Yes. A farm-raised fish.
It's a really nice, light, white fish. You know?
So mild. Don't have a lot of competing flavors
right.
going on, y'all.
Right.
In your fish.
You ready for the last piece?
Yes, son, I got enough blackening for 1 more.
Here we go. While we're cooking that fish, I want to make a really nice cilantro and lime mayonnaise.
That sounds heavenly, son.
Very, very basic. It starts with a cup of mayonnaise.
Okay, son.
I'm gonna juice this lime right into
Good.
it.
Now, I'm gonna turn our heat back up now because our griddle has cooled off, putting that cold fish on it. So, you got mayonnaise, lime juice,
That's really
and
it.
cilantro, and that's it.
Maybe a little salt and pepper to taste.
Yeah. Sounds scrumptious, son. And we're gonna do about 4 minutes per side on our tilapia. We want it cooked, y'all, just until that transparent look has disappeared.
So, our fresh cilantro.
Bobby, I think I'm gonna go ahead and turn our first piece that went on the grill. Look, look, look.
1/4 cup of fresh chopped cilantro and a little bit of salt and pepper to taste here.
That's gonna be so good with this tilapia.
It's gonna be great on that fish.
All right, son, I'm gonna turn my next one. Doesn't that look fabulous, Bobby?
Perfect. Is it good? Do you like it?
Love the lime. All right, our buttered rolls, I'm just gonna put down right there and heat those up. I mean, and this fish is almost ready, son. All right, now tell me what you want on yours.
I want some of the mayo, the lime cilantro mayo.
Okay.
And definitely some of this fresh mango salsa. There's something about fresh vegetables with fish that I just love.
It's very good.
There is purple onion in there, fresh mango, tomato, maybe a little garlic, and some simple little spices.
All right, I'm gonna start putting your sandwich together for you.
But you can get the complete recipe for that at foodnetwork.com.
All right.
Goodness gracious.
A hecko sandwich. There
That's
is
so
your
good.
sandwich, son.
Thank you so much.
That is a man sandwich. All right, now for mine, son. Now I'm gonna serve. I'm gonna put my salsa on the side and eat it like a little coleslaw.
Oh my gosh.
I'm gonna take these off the griddle.
So good. My sandwich is becoming a mess.
Come back, because I'm gonna work on my sandwich while we're gone.
Coming up next, Bobby always loves a good practical joke. Bobby! And later, 2 very special boys stop by to give me a hand with our black cherry sauce. I hope y'all are enjoying the show, and I want to hear from you. Tell me what recipes or videos you'd like to see me make by just leaving a short comment below. Now, let's get back to the show, y'all.
Well, this is a fresh vanilla bean pound cake Bobby and I are fixing to make. Now, we're gonna start by creaming together 2 sticks of butter at room temperature, 3 cups of sugar, son. So while Bobby's doing that, I had 6 eggs that we're gonna separate. And we're gonna use the whites and the yellow.
2 sticks.
But
1 cup, 2 sticks.
Yes. But these are going in at different times, y'all. So this one last egg. And while Bobby is creaming the butter and the sugar together, I'm gonna be sifting our cake flour, y'all. I'm gonna start with 3 cups of cake flour, a 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda, and a 1/4 of a teaspoon of salt. Bobby, if you'll be doing your vanilla bean while I'm sifting the flour, please. So I'm gonna take my spatula and just turn our flour, baking soda, and salt.
And this is what it looks like, the inside.
Yes, look at that. My goodness.
Straight vanilla bean.
Smells incredible. Now I can just hit it with the side of my hand. All right, so I'm gonna measure us out 1 cup of sour cream. Well, I would turn that up, son, and cream it just a little bit more.
Okay.
At a little bit higher speed. And I'm gonna put our sour cream in this bowl. All right, now while you're creaming away, Bobby, I'm just gonna beat our egg whites until they're kind of frothy. And this will be one of the last steps that we do before we pour our batter into our bundt pan. We're just gonna fold these egg whites in. All right, Bobby, I am gonna now slip you in 1 egg yolk at the time. All right, ready for another one?
What's the reason behind only doing 1 egg at a time like that?
It gives it time to build up the air.
'Cause I think most guys, we would just pick that up and just dump all of them in there at the same time.
There's a good chance that's what y'all might
Very
do.
good chance of that.
Turn it up a little bit higher, son. All right, let's add the last egg. Now the next step for us is to add our flour with our sour cream, and we're gonna alternate those two ingredients, y'all. And we're gonna start with flour and end with flour. All right, Bobby, now we can turn that down, son. There you go.
Okay.
All right, so we're gonna start with flour.
Maybe a big tablespoon of sour cream.
Perfect.
And now finally I'm gonna add the last of it.
And then I've got the last of the flour.
Okay.
You can turn it up one more speed. To stop your beating process, turn that all the way to your lowest speed, please, on the mixer. And then unlock your mixer. And then lift that up and let your batter slowly release itself from
I
the
so
beater.
want to turn this on high right now.
Oh, I know you do, son. I know you're dying to turn it on. Whoa! Bobby! You little devil. All right, now what I want you to do is take these, oh, excuse me.
You got me back.
Got you back. What I want you to do is take these egg whites and fold them into our batter.
All right.
And you know what I mean when I'm telling you to fold.
I do.
Hold the bowl for me while I dip.
Okay.
Bobby, I know you remember I got a call from Oprah.
Yes, ma'am.
Telling me that she would like for me to do a surprise drop-in on her show for this young man that had lost his twin brother to cancer. And it turned out that I was his favorite one on Food Network, and he would love it if he could meet me. And as a surprise to this young man, I walk out on stage. I immediately fell in love with him and asked him if he would come to Savannah and see us. Now that we've got it in the pan, we're using a cup of slivered almonds that we're gonna just pour right on top of that batter. We're gonna put our pound cake in a 325-degree oven for an hour and 15 minutes, y'all. Coming up next, these two young bakers can't wait to dig into this pound cake. Y'all don't wait on me.
Don't worry if we won't.
I so hope y'all are enjoying the show. And if you do, be sure to click like, subscribe, and the notification bell so you'll never miss a video. And we'll be right back after the break.
Guess who I'm in here in the kitchen with? This is my friend Aaron. And Aaron is the one that lost his twin brother. But you know what? Aaron's a very lucky guy. He has another older brother, and this is Bryce, y'all. Bryce is down there helping Bobby. They're gonna take our cake out of the pan and get us some plates. So guess what? You and I gonna eat cake, buddy. So Aaron, catch me up, baby. When I was with you on the Oprah show, you were baking cookies, taking cookie orders every week. So how many different kinds of cookies you make, son?
Chocolate chip, chocolate gooey butter, oatmeal raisin, crispy oatmeal, and butterscotch chip.
That sounds good to me, son. Earlier in the day, Bobby and I made a wonderful fresh vanilla bean pound cake. So what you and I are gonna do is make a black cherry sauce. All right, I've got 2 tablespoons of sugar, Aaron, and I'm gonna add 1 tablespoon of cornstarch. Aaron has got our zest up. Now our flour and our cornstarch, you wanna just take your whisk and whisk that together. And I'm gonna be measuring out a half a cup of black cherry juice, okay? This is gonna get thick on us very quick. See how thick it's getting? All right, now I'm gonna add 1 package And this looks like about 2 cups of a black cherry. Look at that. Stick your finger down in there and taste that and tell me.
That's gonna be hot. Don't.
Well, he's got tough hands.
You
He's a
gonna have that kid burn
baker.
himself.
Yeah.
Don't go deep.
That actually that's pretty good. Tastes like cranberry juice.
Yes, it does. So
You like
see, don't ever say you don't like something till you try it. Right, Bryce?
All right, well, you did that part. Now Bryce and I are gonna do the cool part. We're ready to take this pound cake out of the pan, and there's only one way to do that. Bryce told me he's never done it before, so this is gonna be the first time. You ready?
Okay, I'm gonna turn up the heat, so don't think you can quit stirring, okay?
Let's get that.
Because when we
Big old knife
added
out of the
our
way.
cherries, there was still a lot of juice in it, so now we got to let that tighten
Yeah.
up.
Yep. Okay, ready? Set.
Yay!
Good job, Bryce.
Bryce, you're the man!
Good job.
Y'all don't wait on me.
We're not.
Don't worry, we won't.
Don't worry.
Too good.
Growing boys down here eating.
You like it, Bryce?
I love it.
Good. Well, this is pure yummy. Y'all are precious to my eyeballs.
Nice to meet you guys.
And I'm so glad that y'all made it to Savannah. So if y'all don't mind coming around here on either side of me, and Bobby, you
Right here.
come on in, because before we go, I want a great big group hug before we have to tell everybody that we wish them love and best dishes from our kitchen to theirs.
Hey y'all, it's Paula Deen. Now, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to like it and click the subscribe button as well as the notification bell to be alerted when I post a video. Love and best dishes, y'all.